encourage your soul, enlighten your mind, and empower your faith. This is the Light Network.
Hallelujah, thine the glory. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, thine the glory. Revive us again.
Hello, I'm Robert Hatfield, and this is a special presentation from the Light Network coming to you from Polishing the Pulpit in the exhibit hall floor at TLN's booth. Welcome, one and all. I am joined today by special guests, Wesley and Denise Skelton, previous hosts of one podcast that we used to do here on the network called Arrows in Our Hand, canceled only by its hosts and not by, it was against the will of everyone else.
We're
Welcome.
on a break.
Okay, we're on a break. Okay.
Yeah.
They came and turned in all their podcasting equipment this week.
We
I
just
want
really
everybody
wanted to
know.
upgrade.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, you have the soundboard with the lights.
Yeah,
We didn't
don't
have
you like that? I'm
It's
sorry. You
pretty.
needed it too for a lot of reasons. That being one of them.
Yeah, that's
We didn't know that was an option. I mean,
Oh, it wasn't back in the day, but it is now.
well, you
So-
might be able to persuade someone in a few years.
Okay. How many years, Denise?
we'll get this on record. How many years?
Yeah.
How many years we have to wait?
How many years?
Depends on.
As
So-
soon as we figure out what we're doing with this parenting thing, we're back in.
So tell us about what's been going on. So you stopped Arrows. It's been a couple of years or more.
Yeah.
Several
Yeah,
years. I should
don't
look
even
that
know.
up. I can
I
tell
don't
you.
even know.
Okay.
That's the Google.
Ask the Google.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people didn't realize was you guys were recording Arrows like after you put the kids to bed.
Yeah, with
And after
little,
you'd been-
little,
little
people.
2018, December
Yeah.
18th, 2018, after 8 seasons
Yeah.
of the podcast. It was a great show.
That's like a whole. Well, it wasn't a whole kid ago, but
it
could
could
have
have been. People still come up to me and tell me that they listen.
Yeah, we actually had someone just come up to us. I guess was that today?
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens all the time.
all the time,
Yeah,
signing
all the
autographs.
time. No,
Yeah.
but I mean, somebody did come up and mention that they'd listened to it, and
Yeah.
you know that always makes us feel embarrassed. But
Yeah, I know, right? Because you're not supposed to be listening to that anymore.
People,
No.
we figured out we don't know what we're doing since then. So
Well, that's one of the cool things about the archived podcast. And we always tell people, go check out the lightnetwork.tv because even though some shows aren't currently producing or hey, TLN's been a thing for 10 years next year.
Wow.
We got a lot of
You're gonna
episodes
you're
under
gonna
the
have to have
bridge.
a party.
We are going to have a party, but more on that later. We can't release that
Can't
information
reveal all
quite
your
yet.
secrets yet.
Wesley, you're a pharmacist by trade.
yes,
I don't know if a lot of people realize that either. It's like beyond just like being a podcaster and serving as a deacon in the church for a long time. You've been doing a lot of preaching as of late, and you're a busy dude.
Yeah, we have a little bit going on. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Right.
And that's the reason we had to
Right.
bail on it for a while. We're
Take a break, not bail.
Take a break.
Take a break.
You're going to keep on with this, aren't you?
It's
Arrows in our hand,
giving-
grandparenting with a purpose.
Yeah. Giving Robert false hope since 2018.
My favorite is when Wesley said, "You know what? I think we could start it again." And he even texted you and
Yeah.
he said, "You're crazy."
I'm ready.
And then
Yeah.
what happened?
I want
Did
I
not
want the record
happen.
to show Denise is the one who's holding this back.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's the realist
Yeah.
in the room.
Ah,
Yeah.
And
so
then Denise has all the things going on too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a homeschool mom,
yeah,
a farm wife,
all the farm things.
homemaker,
Yeah,
all the
so
things.
We are Wesley's full-time pharmacist and has been,
Forever.
always, forever.
Yeah.
But we are trying real hard to be part-time pharmacists
Okay.
and home more.
Working
So
on
right
that.
now, that's just lots of extra for.
In the
other
meantime, and during this process, what has resulted is what you're now calling Thousand Hills Farm,
people.
right?
Yes.
So tell us about that. First, tell us how the name came to be.
He owns the cattle on 1,000 Hills.
There you go.
Yeah,
So-
we want to keep our focus on I guess not being prideful about the things that we have. It's not ours, and so that was where that came from. So we started that as an effort to
2 years ago,
yeah
2.5 years.
yeah. So we're doing beef sales off the farm and eggs and
Now coffee.
sometimes meat chickens and now coffee. And
I want to talk about all these things. This is great. So, I mean, just rattling off those things, it sounds like I'm tired just hearing you.
yeah,
Sounds like a lot of work.
yeah.
Beef, eggs,
Lamb. You forgot your
Oh,
favorite part.
Yeah.
Lamb.
We
The
got
sheep
We got
he
sheep.
really wanted.
Okay.
Yeah,
The sheep he really wanted.
We get lots of spiritual applications from the sheep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wax eloquent about the 23rd Psalm for a moment. Just how dumb are sheep?
Extremely.
Yeah, it's,
Are
it's
they
not
really?
A, it's
Oh,
not
they're
a compliment,
terrible.
when we're compared to sheep.
I have read in commentaries, and like this is what the commentators say: sheep are among the dumbest animals on the
They are
planet.
the dumbest
Right.
animals on the planet.
Second
If they
only to
get-
humans, right?
Yeah, that's why we're called sheep. If they get turned upside down, can they literally not right themselves?
Yeah, like especially if they're really big or like
Really big.
a ewe is a female. So if
Use
ewes-
people.
if
Use
a ewe
people.
is far along in her pregnancy and she gets flipped
Yeah.
somehow, she could die. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they are very skittish. They can be very skittish and
Okay.
they just kind of bolt.
Just
mean,
run away.
There's no like cattle you can drive them where you want them.
Yeah.
Not sheep.
Yeah.
You have to lead them.
Okay.
So there's lots of spiritual application
Wow. Okay.
there.
You've been preaching on
the
shepherding.
whole, he hasn't,
haven't
but he
you?
needs to.
You need to.
The
John
whole
10.
my sheep hear my voice and
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
them.
They know
So
Sarah Grace's
They know
voice.
Sarah Grace's voice.
Do they really?
And I can go out there and I can call them and call them and call them. Sometimes they'll come,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'll just have to be like, Sarah Grace, come here, and she'll go, sheep, sheep. There they are.
And there they
it
are.
blows my mind.
What is it about Sarah Grace then?
Well, she's kind of like
The animal
the
whisperer.
animal whisperer.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. And she's
Thousand
the
Hills
only
Farms is safe in her hands.
she's
That's
the
right.
only reason that we still have the sheep because
Okay.
he finally was like, okay, forget it. Let's get rid of
We
them.
tried to get rid of them once, but we couldn't get them all to go onto the truck. So
Well, hey,
we,
that is a legitimate thing.
what?
I mean, they really.
This is turning into late night.
Yeah.
I love this.
Anyway, I have
Yeah.
it on video. I was videoing it for Instagram. Anyway,
This is great.
Thousand
Thousand Hills. By the way, you mentioned that people can follow y'all on like
can,
Instagram,
at
Facebook,
Thousand Hills Family Farm.
Thousand Hills Family Farm.
Yes.
Okay, and you kind of have a website under that name too, right?
Yes.
Maybe not kind of, but in real life.
Yes, we do in real life.
Okay, this is
Um,
great.
So yeah,
Good.
So you can still see us and see our parenting blunders live and in color.
for real.
We just added video, and now we're
Yeah.
posting images.
Now video is a thing. It wasn't really a thing 4 years ago. And
Yeah. Now you're doing it.
so, but all of that is because our focus was more, we wanted more time with him,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
time home with him. So
Right.
prayerfully that will become a thing
Good.
Yeah.
by the end of the year.
Right.
Tick, tick.
Yeah, we're trying to get. I don't know. We have the farm there, and so the ability just if we can work more on the farm, work alongside the kids.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
They'll be like, Where's
so-
Wesley? Oh, he's out roasting coffee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Now,
Mhm.
yeah. In the meantime, we're
Yeah.
just doing everything all the time.
Tell us
so-
about coffee. How did you get into coffee roasting?
Oh, that's been a long trek. So we started out.
Because you're a coffee snob,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
just couldn't
yeah.
find anything to suit
Yeah.
you.
His,
I
his
started-
brethren converted him to being a coffee
Yeah,
snob.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Some brethren converted me to that, and I started
Yeah.
roasting coffee in a little air popcorn popper. And
That's a thing?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And I graduated from that.
What are you doing?
to,
You're YouTubing this, and you're figuring. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do all kind. And then I
Yeah.
bought a little countertop roaster, and we roasted in that for several years, and then
Yeah.
Just for us, though.
just
Right.
for
No,
us.
that was just for
yeah.
us.
And
Okay.
then we
He
were
even-
selling it to.
I started drinking coffee.
Yeah, then they
Forgot
started
that part.
drinking coffee.
Like a good
Whoa,
wife.
whoa! Like a good wife,
Yeah.
like the person I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. So we did that, and then we were selling at the farmers market, and the guy beside us decided that he was done.
The coffee
Oh.
man.
That sold
He
coffee.
wanted to retire.
Okay.
So we ended up. That was the thing that allowed me to convince Denise that I really did need a commercial coffee
He had
roaster.
tried previously, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think so.
So,
But it made sense at this point.
yeah.
so
Okay. Is that So many questions, but I just won't. I just won't. If people go to your website, I mean, like, what can you purchase Wesley
So,
roasted coffee? What are you doing here?
So right now we can only sell in the state of Tennessee
Okay.
because
Legal
Tennessee
things.
says you have to have a commercial kitchen to roast coffee.
Oh,
and
y'all like doing it in the
ship
sell
barn.
it across state line. So
Yeah.
we're working on the commercial kitchen thing,
Are you really? Okay.
sort of. But
We really are crazy.
we're just really
And then you're going to
Kinda
start a
crazy.
cooking podcast.
Yeah.
no.
Veggies in our hand.
Cookies in our hand.
Cookies in our hand. Yes. Baking with a purpose. I love this. Can everything just be stuff in your hand? Like from now on, coffee in my hand,
Steak in my hand.
steak in my.
Oh man.
This is wonderful.
Why did we stop doing this?
I don't know.
Forgot.
It was
Because at
easier when you didn't have to
midnight-
do it with me all the time.
Because at midnight, when our children
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Right.
just now going to sleep and
Yeah.
you've worked all day and
Yeah, that was legit. Like most of our podcast recording was, we get the kids in bed and we start recording,
he'd fall asleep waiting
Yeah.
on the kids to go to bed.
Yeah.
Then I have to wake him up.
And so I'm talking like
Wait a
this.
minute, what are we gonna do? You could sometimes it was like y'all are whispering because you didn't want the kids to wake up or something.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to.
Oh no, who's going?
It was like listening to NPR.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to today's edition. It was
They're
great.
talking soothing voices.
That's right.
Oh my.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
It still is.
We
on the
did enjoy it.
archives.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like it was beneficial and
Yeah.
thankfully it's still available to
Right.
possibly be beneficial to other people.
You're
Um,
open about your kids online and stuff. I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
So tell us how your kids doing. I mean, they've grown since
They're
2018.
Yeah.
11, almost 8 and 6,
Wow.
which is really sad.
Hannah Kate is tall.
We need another baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Bring her to PTP and they say, well, she can check herself out if you want her to.
we're like,
No,
that's
she can't.
that's a negative.
What are you talking about? She's my little girl.
Our little
No.
girl.
Yeah. So
What's she gonna do if she checks herself out?
Yeah, where's she gonna go? Okay.
yeah,
Terrifying.
This is terrifying.
it is the whole thing. But yeah,
I'm still
Yeah.
homeschooling,
still homeschooling.
doing the homeschool journey.
Everybody's in school now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that
That's a whole nother thing.
a vein in Denise's eye just bulged?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Well, she's technically in like 7th grade next year,
Wow.
right?
Which
Isn't
means we
that
start
right?
what? What is it? What's that really stressful thing that's about to start?
Oh.
I don't know. Stop. School stuff. So
Let's
I
start
just
with an
keep-
M and end in ath. Math. Start with alge and end
Right,
in
yeah.
I
ubra.
Yeah, that
just
was
keep saying you have to be home by then.
Okay.
I cannot do this.
Wow. Wesley's like, I
Yeah.
think I need to do pharmacy a little longer.
Yeah.
I think my
Not
life is
sure.
easier without
Oh,
in
man.
pharmacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
This is good.
What other questions you got for us?
No, this is really great. I just thought we
Robert?
needed to take a few moments, 15 minutes or so, and check in with the Skeltons.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
wonderful.
We're still alive.
You're still alive.
Still
Everyone's
alive.
Still going. and-
Yeah. You guys at Eastside are doing something I think is really neat and unique, and you've been doing it now for a little while as far as rotating preachers. And it's guys for now that are in the congregation, and you're one of those, one of 4 on Sunday mornings, right?
Right.
And I just think that's a wonderful idea. Maybe it works better in some places than in others. And, it's a fluid situation. I know even where you guys are, but train up preachers and then to encourage the feedback and to, we're turning out preachers, as they used to say back in the day, from these churches. And it's such a wonderful idea and a great way to utilize the talent such as yourself within a congregation like that.
I mean, we're really blessed. We've got a lot of guys that are really talented and
Have
we
a desire.
have a desire to do it and are
Yeah.
willing to do it. I mean, some of them are, have, you ask, and I ask people all the time if they're willing to preach or to try, and they tell me no, and I say, well, okay, that's fine for now. we'll revisit this, but I mean, it really is.
It
It's
sounds like how
encouraging.
Arrows in Our Hands started.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah.
just like
Denise
that.
said
Yeah.
no, and I'm like, that's fine for now.
Yeah, we can just stew
That's
on it
what
for a little
Wesley does.
while.
Then
Yeah.
he just goes back to them again.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they say yes.
Good for you.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we got some young guys that are coming up that are willing to take, especially they're really open to feedback, and we
Yeah.
that it's been really, really good and encouraging. It's made us to see people willing to put in the study and
Yeah.
and the effort into putting together a sermon. And
How do you feel about it? Have you enjoyed it for your personal
yeah,
thing?
I enjoyed it until it's my time. And
Right.
then-
Yeah. Those Sundays
then-
sneak up on
yes,
you, don't
they do. And then it's like, why?
Why did I say yes to this?
But yeah, it's just it's one of those things I enjoy. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it is it's not something that's ever come natural to me. So
Yeah.
it's somehow I get pushed into these things like podcasting.
Well, and
What-
even the guy that sits behind us on Sunday, well, every time
Yeah.
he said, what was it? He said, nobody's neck gets red like yours before you
Yeah.
get up to
Wow,
preach. His whole
okay.
thing. I mean, he just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not.
You feel that as
it's
the
not something, some people just naturally can,
which makes me really unsympathetic towards
to
others.
people who are, they're like,
Okay.
no, I can't do
Yeah.
that. He's like, no, you don't understand.
You don't understand.
You actually can.
I feel that every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Do you know how many front row prayers I've prayed? It's like a Nehemiah
Yeah,
prayer where
yeah.
it's like nobody really knows I'm praying,
Right.
but it's like, just help me get through this. I don't know if I can do this today.
Yeah.
And it I've never not gotten through it so
Right,
far.
Right.
So I'd say take that as an answered
Yeah.
prayer, right?
Sure.
I have two questions for you. First, I'm going to give you both of them so you can be stewing on one while you're answering the other one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Number one is I want to know what's your favorite sermon that you've preached so far. That is that
Oh.
you've connected with the best. Maybe Denise ought to answer that question, but I'm going to let you answer, and then Denise can tell me what her favorite of your sermons is. And then the second question, I want to just talk about like how can churches better encourage the talented men in their congregations to preach. Maybe that's as simple as just giving them opportunities. So first, I want to ask, what's your favorite sermon that you've done? What's been your favorite study to have done?
That's interesting.
There's only one answer here.
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess
It's almost
It
like
really-
asking which
yeah,
child is your
yeah,
favorite.
I know. I mean, and I guess if I was going to say honestly, it would. It's going to be. I'll give you the cop out answer, and then I'll give you the forced answer. Right. It really is whatever I'm
Holding
working
him
on.
against his
Yeah,
will.
yeah, no, whatever I'm working on currently, because I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to go back and to kind of redo
Right.
something. So just whatever it is I've been studying and kind of passionate about is kind of where is what I enjoy at the moment. But to
Okay.
go back and do it again, it's like, well, I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, I mean, I guess the materialism lesson that is that the answer? No, that's not it. That's not
That's
it.
not the answer.
That's not the answer. I don't know. I mean, to me, that was
That's a good one.
that's
a good
been the
one.
most challenging
Yeah.
one that I've done. Just did it.
Of course, you worked on it for 2 years.
Yeah, I was assigned that at PTP 2 years ago,
Okay.
and then I've been thinking about it ever
Been
since,
doing
and then and did it this past Friday. So
Wow.
that one was challenging. I stepped on my toes a whole lot in that.
People don't realize how personal preaching is,
Right.
and how you felt this all week long. It's not because I think some people have this misconception. Well, when I get up to preach, it's finally my opportunity to tell these people
Right.
what I have wrong with them.
Yeah. It's always my opportunity to tell myself what I have wrong with
Yeah.
me.
And now I'm going to tell all of you what I have wrong with me.
And then
Great.
people get offended, and it's like, you don't understand. That was not about you. That
Yeah.
was not
That's
about
great.
you.
Yeah.
That was all about me.
I don't know that anybody would ever appreciate or understand that unless they've put together a lesson
Yeah.
or watched their husband put together. You know what I mean? Because he very much is preaching to himself
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
That's the reason my
people-
sermon's always hard.
All
Some
right.
people, I mean, he
It's
manages
really good that
to
we have
make
4
people
guys.
Yeah.
mad a lot, but
Yeah. Sure.
because I don't know. I guess human nature is
Yeah.
to assume you're talking about me.
Or are you talking about me? Sometimes I want to say, well, does the shoe fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fit me.
So what,
You know?
what should my answer?
Jonah,
Oh, well, I mean, so
Oh.
I did preach through Jonah. That one was,
like
I really
one
enjoyed.
sermon per chapter.
Oh, okay. 4-part series.
Yeah, and I really I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Jonah chapter 4 was,
It's all good till chapter 4.
yeah. So I did that one. The
But Jonah
characteristics.
4 was my favorite.
Yeah, I
Was
did the
it? Yeah.
characteristics of God. I used the characteristics of God that Jonah actually criticized God for as my points and
wow.
worked through it. Is that okay? Well, what were the
Yeah.
characteristics that
Because at the end there, he says,
Right.
I knew you would do
Right,
this.
yeah.
I knew you were going to forgive them.
knew you'd be gracious?
Yeah.
And so what were those characteristics? How does God display those in the book of Jonah, and how does Jonah not display those? And then how can we apply that to ourselves?
Yeah,
So,
I
so a
love
lot
that.
of times we're more like Jonah, of course. But
Yeah. That was the one you
Yeah.
said Jonah all the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you. It wasn't one. It was 4-part series.
Yeah, but Jonah 4.
Jonah
But
4
all of them,
specifically.
but yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. How can congregations be more intentional in helping to train or encourage young men for preaching and ministry?
Giving people opportunities. It's really tempting to say, well, we're paying this one man and
Yeah.
that's his gig, and we're
And he does it well.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah. But just having the opportunity. I've had the opportunities over the years. A lot of it's been at smaller congregations and people needing people to fill in.
Yeah.
But just having the opportunity to stand up and to preach and get better. People being patient.
You
with
don't
me.
get better without the practice.
Right.
You don't overcome the nerves without the practice. You don't figure out the study without the practice, right?
Yeah.
It's
That's all. Yeah.
you don't learn how not to throw up right before without the practice.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Emily just walked by and she's like, what are y'all talking about?
What you can't figure out how to get the poker face without the practice.
An ounce of intentionality goes a long way with that, I think, for congregation. Just to stop and say,
Right.
hey, we're going to have this opportunity. We're going to try and develop some men. Lads is a good way to get some guys involved if they're younger, especially. But
Lads,
don't
yeah.
just focus on the teenagers.
Right. And don't quit when Lads is done.
There you go. Yeah.
Because a lot of times you get
We
these
went
guys,
to convention.
yeah,
Okay, we're done.
You give them an opportunity one night out of the year, and it's, now what?
Yeah, that's right.
Not going to be much improvement.
Yeah.
If that's all they get. So
Good. That's neat. Well,
Yeah.
thanks. This whole interview has been completely spur of the moment and on the spot. 21 minutes of Redneck Wesley.
yeah, that's
I thought of one more iron in the fire we didn't even talk about.
Oh, please.
Camp.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't plug that, I guess.
Can we plug
Please plug your family encampment, right?
Yeah.
Legacy Family Camp East.
Legacy Family Camp East.
Yeah, so the
That's
original
correct.
Legacy Family Camp, Steve Miner, Billy Clayball do, and their families do
Right.
out in Oklahoma. That was one that, as I remember, as we were doing the podcast, that was always something that, we saw that what they were doing and were really impressed with. So we went out one
Right.
year and were able to be a part of that camp. And from there, we worked with Joe and Aaron Wells.
Yes.
And we have our version of the camp, Legacy Family Camp East, and
Mhm.
we have that the last weekend in October. So this year we're at Maywood Christian Camp, and
Fun.
so it's been great.
So
It's
say that
really-
again, the dates for that.
It's the last weekend in October.
Okay. October 27 to 30,
30th. It starts
2022.
Thursday at lunch, goes
Yeah.
through Sunday morning.
Okay.
It's what's really special about it is we want families together all the time.
Yeah.
So kids are with us in lessons. Of course, lessons are directed towards building our families, encouraging our families.
Mhm, mhm.
We really encourage and love when multiple generations come. So like we have a lot of grandparents, parents, grandkids that will come together.
Yeah.
And so just the concept behind that is we want each generation to be faithful.
Yeah.
And so what can we do right now to make sure that generations from now, our family is still serving?
Is
the
it too
Lord?
late to register?
It is not. We have a tiny bit of space left.
Okay.
So they can contact us through the website.
Okay.
And of course, if we have cancellations, we can pull from our wait list as well.
Good.
So
LegacyFamilyCampEast.com. If you're
Yep.
watching the video right now, I got that on the screen.
Yep.
And keynote speakers are
we're trying to train some young men.
yeah, right. Dan Winkler, bless his heart, and
And
Corey
Corey
Sawyers.
Yep.
Those two solid choices there.
Yep.
That's good.
we have a lot of fun at family camp too. So
Yeah.
along with the spiritual things, we have a lot of family activities we can do together, and then just other fun things. Today we were talking about it at lunch, just in within our family. And I said, this is going to be a really fun year. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So-
Good.
Wes Blankenship taught me how to raft last year.
Oh,
yeah.
But you
And
want to
he
bust a move?
sang-
You want me to lay you down a
he
fat
did-
beat so you can get going?
I'm a
or-
little teapot
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this
Oh.
funny voice. You have to get Wes over here for that.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I can pull it off.
Oh, okay, right. It's you have to be there.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
have to.
You
be
made
there.
a whole wrap up about steak, though.
Oh,
didn't
well,
you?
it was Wes gave me the raft,
Oh.
you know. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
You know, it's
This is
I'm
happening.
trying to think of what I want to say
Okay.
it right.
I
I'll probably
can't
just say it.
remember
I'm
either.
not. I'm so rare. It's amazing. If I was a steak, I would still be grazing. Felt like that was appropriate.
And with that, Robert.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
This is what we're missing from Arrows in Our Hand. Oh, Wesley and Denise Skelton. You can find them these days at thousandhillsfamilyfarm.com. And I'm pulling up the website here too. We got all that you can buy: our dry aged beef, bulk beef, eggs, lamb, farm life blog. Subscribe to the emails.
You're impressed with my
Look at
website,
y'all
aren't
here
you,
with
Robert?
all of the picture with all the cows out there too. That's fun.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, really good. thousandhillsfamilyfarm.com and legacyfamilycampeast.com. Very good. Thanks, guys. It's good to see you again. Great to talk with you.
Thanks for still talking to us.
even though we don't
turned in our
podcast
equipment.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just on a break.
No, just on a break.
Just on a break.
Indefinite break. I'm going to remember this, and in 20 years, I'm going to bring you back this stuff and say, do it.
Do it. Because I'm sure
Like I
the
said,
stuff will still be
Arrows in our
usable
hands.
in 20 years.
Grandparenting with a purpose. What? Nice. That's going to do it for this edition of the Light Network Specials. Thanks for being a part of this. And until next time, so long.
Revive us again.